everyone, we are back with Glenn Velvet Reviews today, and this is going to be an updated review of this as well, because this finally broke on me. I can't find the old one to show you guys that it is how it, that it's broken or whatever. I don't know, I must have misplaced it, or maybe my girlfriend threw it in the garbage, who knows. But that's kind of what happened, so I don't have it, and that's going to be an issue. But anyway, this is the one that I did pick out. This is the same exact one that we got last time. The other this one is white. I think the other one was a tan color, a beige color we got, and the we just couldn't get the beige color. They have a bunch of different colors of these guys, but it's hit or miss. When they always have the white one in stock, but when you're trying to get beige, or there's one other color that they have, like, it's really like hit or miss. And sometimes when they do have it in stock, it's double the price. So I'm not going to pay double the price to get it in that color, especially if it's not for a customer, or if it's not for a, something that's going to be, worth it, something that's not going to be efficiently made to be put in there. You know what I mean? So that doesn't really make sense if it's not going to be efficient for that purpose anyway. So this is the one that we did get. Let me show you the box. So that's the name brand. Lutron, whatever. There's what the box says right there, so you know what that says, just like seeing it in the store. And that's the rating on it, 300 watt dimmer. All right, so I just read this correctly anyway. So this does have a the dimmer's for 300 watt. You're not going to put more than 300 watt. I mean, especially with LED technology, that just wouldn't make sense on your dimmer. And then it's 2.5 amp for the switch. That's going to be for your fan. I don't think your fan should be over that. My fan is running at 0.8 amps right now, so only that would happen if it's clogged up and it's running high amperage, and that would be bad. And that would cause this to burn out prematurely, so you wouldn't want that, just to let you know. So let's do an unboxing review of this first, okay, and see kind of what this is going to look like, so you could see your expectation. So out of the box, here it is right here. That's what it looks like. Yes, this is the white one. That's going to be the white color. They give you a little kit in here. All right, they only give you one wire nut. Oh, okay, one wire nut for the ground, because the other ones you're going to directly wire in there. Got it. I wasn't paying attention. Sorry. And then the two screws are in there. Okay. This is what the bag says, if you guys want to pause that. So, like I said, we do a full review of seeing everything in there, just in case you guys lose your instructions and stuff like I always do. You can always come back to the video, see the product in the background, and be able to, see the product instructions and stuff like that, okay? All right, so there's two sets of instructions, and I just found out the reason why is because we have two English ones, and I guess depending on where they ship or whatever the case may be, they got an Espanol, and then we got a Francia, or however they say it. I don't know. I failed English, so don't bother me with that. All right, so that's kind of what it's going to look like. I like to, always put this up here so you guys can see what's up and see the size of it and get a scale of an idea of the expectation of it, okay? All right, so here's an up close of it, guys, so you guys can see anything you want to read on there. You can pause that, see what that says right there. Here it is. So it goes in increments. You can either put it on 60, 45, 30, 15, 10, and 5. Goes like that, and then it lights up, which is kind of cool. And then what it does is it lights up which one you picked, and then it counts it down. It is really cool. I really like the switch. I think it's a really good switch. But mine broke or whatever, and we're just going to go over that in a second, like I said, because this will be an updated and an unboxing review, because I'm just updating you on eventually how it broke and stuff like that. Here's the light right there in the dimmer settings. So the dimmer settings are going to be a wide variety depending on the bulb that you're going to be using, guys. So, I mean, I don't really know what to tell you on that. We'll see a testing on mine, but just to let you know that it's going to be a little bit different. These tabs you could pop off depending on your installation method of what you're going to be doing, okay? If you're going to be putting this in a 2-gang, 3-gang, 1-gang, whatever, okay, is kind of how it goes. Now, here's the side right here. Now, your live is going to go in there, as it says. Then this is your timer. So this is going to go to your fan, your 2.5 amp, and then this is going to be your light, your 300 watt light, okay? And that's it. They also have these quick ones. These are, I think, look like they're size 14 gauge for that. I don't know if you could fit 12 in there, but 12 you'll definitely be able to fit on there. I only have 14, so I'm not worried. But some people put 12, and I usually run 12 just because I'm used to it now. And that's what the back looks like if you want to read anything on that, if that's going to be useful to you too, okay? The update part of it, just to let you know, mine did finally break. I installed this in 2020, I think. Yeah, 2020. I mean, I did the video with you guys, but I don't think I put that video on like a few months after I installed it, so it was probably a few months before whenever you guys saw that video. I installed that, so I think that was 2020. So I got about 3 to 4 years, 3.5 years is what I got out of this. I can't say it's user error that I known about because I've always had the same motor. I've always had the same fan, the same light bulb. Everything has been the same in there. So, I mean, and I wouldn't put over a 300 watt light bulb. That is crazy. So it did prematurely die. And my problem, what happened was, is that, what was the problem? The problem with mine is that the fan kind of broke. So I couldn't get the fan to turn on anymore, and that was a huge issue. The light still worked, which was cool, but my fan part died on the original one after, like I said, about I think it was like 3.5 years. It was over 3, but it was under 4. It was like 3.5 years roughly, as by the time it died. Okay, maybe you might get longer than that, but you have to remember, guys, this is getting a lot more use than your normal switches, okay? Your normal, single throw switch, that's really just mechanical. It's very simple in there of how it works anyway, so there's really little to break. I've seen those switches last like, how many years? 100 years. I've seen those switches, okay, maybe 50 years I've seen them last. I don't know, over 50 years, but anyway. I've seen them in old buildings, and they're still the old switch and whatever, so we know that. This has a lot more, more electronics in it, okay, with a timer and stuff like that, so you can't expect it like that. We were using the light when people would shower and stuff, probably 3 times a day. I would say 3 to 4 times a day we were using the light and the timer, and we were using the light as well to turn on. Just to let you know, 3 to 4 times a day between people taking showers and doing whatever else in the bathroom, okay? And that's how long we got out of it. So now you know your expectation. If you're going to use it once a day, it's probably going to last you 6 years. If you're going to use it 4 times a day, you're probably only going to get, 3 years out of it like I did, which, might justify the value in it. These are not that cheap, okay, just to let you know, but the reason why these are so great over everything else is because the timer on that fan. Now, if you have the fan and it's running at 1 amp or 2 amp and someone turns it on in the bathroom, and they leave it on all day for 12 hours long, that's a big deal running for 12 hours, at 1 or 2 amps, you know what I mean? Mine's running at 1 amp. So over a long period of time of 3 years of that, technically you should be saving it. You should be saving the value in your electric bill, because now you're going to have it on a timer. It's going to go off after 30 minutes and not beyond 10 times, 12 times more than normal, okay? So you do that multiplication over 3 years, it's a decent amount. So you might find the value in this like I did, and that's the reason why I wanted to get it, because of that reason. But that's it for Glen Velvet Reviews on an update of how the one broke that we did review a couple of years ago, and also an unboxing review on the new one, just in case people want to see a more thorough unboxing review if you lose your instructions, and you can come back and see what's up and get an idea. So that's it for Glen Velvet Reviews. If you have any questions or comments, please post them down below. I would love to know. Also, subscribe to my channel. Join me on my review adventures as I try to put up stuff to help out the community, just like I get help from the community, all right? And if you can, unless you dislike me for any reason, you could support the channel by clicking on those affiliate links below. Somehow, someway, times a million, it equals into something. But from what I saw, there are other ways to support the channel on YouTube, and if you do decide to support the channel, please make sure you come back, see that I'm putting that support back into it, getting more stuff to review, doing updates on these items so we know we're getting a good value, and also helping my subscribers with any questions they have on the products I reviewed. All right, so everybody enjoy, be safe. Glen Velvet Reviews is out. Bye-bye, everybody, and I will see you later.